Hi, this is Ron Widener, and I'm coming to you from my front yard here in sunny Florida. So it's garden time. It is time to start a new garden. But I have really two really prolific problems here in my yard. Number one is this is bamboo, and I have a lot of bamboo. As far as, I mean, I've got bamboo for days. Lots of bamboo. Did I say I have a lot of bamboo? I really mean I have a lot of bamboo. So the only way I can really garden here is in a bucket, because the bamboo will take over almost as fast as I can get it planted. So I'm going to start another bucket garden. This will be the fourth time I've done a bucket garden, and it'll work out. The second problem that I have is we are under a burn ban here in Florida, which means I can't even see this pile. This is piles of bamboo. Honestly, there's a pile there, and I don't know, I have another pile over there, and a third one over yonder that way. So I have a lot of bamboo that needs to be burned, and I can't burn it because I'm under a burn ban. So, having said that, really the only way I can do a garden here this year, again, is to a container garden, and I'm going to use buckets. So, with that in mind, I have very little time. It's time to get something planted, and I need it planted today. So I'm going to prepare the buckets. I'll show you how I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put the buckets here in this general vicinity here. I'm going to do 4 buckets today, and I'll continue doing more and more buckets as time goes on. Today I'm going to plant some tomatoes and some beets. Tomorrow I'll worry about the irrigation, but it's time to move. It's time to move right now. It's time to get it done. So yeah, let me get this tripod set up in a different location, and I'll show you trick number 1 for setting up these buckets. Hold on. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is put some drain holes in this bucket, or in all these buckets really. So I need drain holes that come all the way around. Not very many, we'll say about 6 drain holes. So to do that, the first thing I'm going to do is put this right here in this sand, and mark the circle, the imprint of where this bucket is, right? So once I have that imprint there, I can see the center of that is right here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line straight through the center of this bucket. Okay, and then I'm going to turn and draw an X here through the center, and then over here through the center. Okay, so now when I put this bucket back, where these lines come out is somewhat evenly spaced spacing for where I want to put my holes. So to put my holes in here, I have a little piece of bamboo. I don't know how tall it is. I could measure it, but it really doesn't matter. It's going to come up from the bottom a little bit, and I'm going to use my multi-tool. I have an awl in here, and I'm going to use my multi-tool to actually make the holes where I want them. So first I'll put this here, and then I'll put the multi-tool about right there and stab the bucket, and then come around to the next one. Okay, good. So I have all the holes in those buckets over there on the right. So those are the new buckets for this year. And the buckets on the left were 2 that I have filled with dirt from last year. And the dirt is nothing special. I'm getting ready to make a mix right now. And I'm just going to use some of the leftover dirt from last year. But really all I did is I took a shovel, found some spot in the yard and filled up one of those buckets with dirt. And this year I don't have to do that because it's already in a bucket. All right, so I'll show you how I mix this up, and we'll move on from there. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take some of the dirt that I have left over from last year, and it's basically, like I said a few minutes ago, it's basically when I started, it was a 50-50 mix between the sand that I have, and that's really all I have here is sand. It's like one big cat litter box is one big sand box is what I live in here. So I'm going to take this sand. It was 50-50 sand and manure is essentially what I did last year, and now it's all dried out and used up. So I'm going to put it back into this wagon. And then I'm going to add another bag of manure. Now this bag of manure is a little bit bigger than a bucket. So it's like, I don't know, about a bucket and a quarter. Is essentially what this measures out to be. So I'll add the other bucket from last year. And then I'll take my shovel and start mixing it up. Oh, look, worms. That's a good thing. All right, good. So it's all mixed up now, and I have a bucket ready to go. And basically, I'm going to fill this bucket up to about 4 inches from the top. And the reason for the 4 inches is because I'm going to put some potting soil on top of that, and we'll see that in a moment. And then tomorrow, when I do the irrigation, I need a little extra room. So we'll go ahead and get started with this right now, and we will fill this up so that it's about 4 inches from the top. Just take our shovel and fill it up. There's another worm. All right, good. So that's about 4 inches from the top, and that's what we want right there. So the next part of this is to take a little bit of potting soil and fill that up a little over about an inch. Not very much, just enough to cover the top, because that's what we're going to actually plant our seeds in, and that'll give them the best chance of getting started. Okay, so we're just going to add a little bit of potting soil just to cover the top, basically. Not much at all, and that'll do right there. Okay, so now that we have that set up, I'm going to do that for all 4 buckets, and I'll get right back to you as soon as that's done. Okay, so with all that done, the buckets are filled up with the mixture of the manure and the sand and a little bit of potting soil on top. I will go get some water and some seeds, and we will go ahead and plant this right now. Stay with me. Okay, well, as it turns out, yeah, I can't find my watering can that I was going to use for this project today. So that is okay. That is not a problem because today is no excuse Monday. So we have this, it's a 2 liter, well actually it's 2.5 liter bottle. And I'm going to take my multi-tool and poke some holes in the top and bring some water over here for planting these seeds. And tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow I'll be doing irrigation. But I don't have irrigation, or I don't have time for irrigation today. But I will have seeds in the dirt before the end of this video. So hold on and let me poke some holes right here. Fill this up with some water. And then I'll bring it over here and we'll plant these seeds. Okay, good. So I have water here and ready to go. And I'm going to plant some tomatoes in 2 of the buckets. And in 2 of the other buckets, I'm going to plant some beets. And so for the beets, it says that I could do it now. That's important. And depth is about 1/2 inch and seed spacing is about 1 inch. So I could plant a lot of beets in 1 bucket according to this. But I'm going to plant 6 areas of beets. And in this one says that, let's see, 1/4 inch depth and 2.5 inches apart. So again, I'm going to do 6 seeds, or start 6 of them in 2 of these buckets. And I'll show you what that looks like right now. Okay, so on these 2 right here, we'll do 6 tomatoes in here and 6 tomatoes in here. And then these 2 over here, these 2 buckets, we'll do 6 beets in here and 6 beets in here. So to start with, I'll go ahead and make 6. Well, these are only 1/4 inch deep, right? Yeah. So these are 1/4 inch deep. So I'll take this, get it about even. Take a little circle like that. And just put the seeds in. Four, 5, 5 and 6. And 6. And then in this one over here, we have the beets. Now you also need to make sure that you stay away from the edge of the bucket by the same distance that it says that you need to place your spacing. Okay, so with that done, the next step is to water this end. And you want to do this a little bit gentle, which is why I'm using a water container. In this case, my makeshift watering container. Just enough to get the seeds wet. And that is today's mission. Today's mission is accomplished. We have seeds watered in the dirt. And that's what we needed today, seeds in the dirt. Well, it's getting dark, and this was accomplished. So I'm really excited about having got seeds in the dirt today. So that's really the main thing. And if there's one other thing I wanted to make sure that I say, sometimes it's just about getting it done. You have to. No more planning. No more YouTube videos. No more books. No more deciding. No more. Just get it done. Get outside and get it done. So we have seeds in the dirt. And I assure you that nothing grows until seeds are in the dirt. No matter what else happens from here. You know, tomorrow I'll do the irrigation, and you know, I'll keep an eye on it, you know, for whatever fertilizers or whatever I need, you know, weeding if needed. But you know, in a bucket garden you don't really need to do much weeding. But whatever it takes to grow them from here, I'll keep you guys informed as to what I do. But yeah, get it done, get started, and it's really that simple. You know, a couple holes in the bottom of a bucket, fill it up with some dirt, put some seeds in it. That's it. That's gardening. That's the beginning anyway. So with that, I'll go ahead and sign off. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe. Right? I really appreciate that. And yeah, enjoy the channel. Thanks. Bye.